I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Throwing, Mensah. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Working that left side. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Canes have this offense rolling. Running inside. It's Pringle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Blasted as he lets it go.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Going deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Game, and I know how that feels for a quarterback. You're playing on the road. You want to come out in the first drive. You want to march it down the field. You want to throw a touchdown pass, but you got to be careful, and you can't be too greedy. I think he got a little bit ahead of himself on that last throw. It's going to be really important he settles himself down.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Makes the grab. It's Davison. Here's a little room there. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
There he goes. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, why have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
The run inside. It's Davison. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. This dude has the quack attack, gobbling up yardage. Rushing records might be in jeopardy by the end of this one.
Yeah, just handing him the football. Do what you do well. Oregon's always done a great job of that. They know who they are, they know how they're going to run the football, and they do it at a high level.
Throwing more. Oh, they're after it. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moore will throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Quarterback may change this route. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. 4th down, Moore. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's Mensah to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fletcher. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's Moore to throw. Rushes on him. Got his man. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Jumped on top of the pile. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Moore from the gun on third down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Mensah. Got a man. It's Fletcher. Runs through a tackle. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds a man on the left.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Firing to the right, complete. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Throwing, Mensah. Here's a heat. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Going for the big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Makes his man miss. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Canes will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davison. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They'll open the second half on the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys. And
upstairs he's got it. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Running inside, it's Davison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and 5. Keep it on the ground. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. More to throw for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on it.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
Hit as he throws. Complete downfield. Hard-hitting tackle. Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. The run inside. It's Davison. Picks up the first down. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Ready, go. On the run, it's Hill. Maybe a crease. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to the run, it's Davison. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Moore, pocket breaking down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
That's caught. It's Jacobs. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Here's Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And he added the extra point. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W.
Number 22, set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Makes the grab. It's Pringle. Still running at the 35. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a...
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing.
He'll take a shot. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Pucks it out of the air. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Mensah. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They'll go right back to him. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Big opportunity for this defense to get a stop and maybe get the ball back on 3rd and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Dante Moore. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Just keep swinging it. Fires to the wideout. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Throwing, Mensah. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole. Don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Got enough for the first. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Throwing more. Looking to the big tight end. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Touchdown, Ducks!